All right, good morning, guys. Good morning to all of you. All right. Okay, so I'm glad that you guys are available this morning after the long last night MAO. Okay, all right, let's start again today's MAO, shall we? Okay, let's begin. Okay, here we go. Okay, 22nd of March 2021, Monday. All right. Okay, Barclay chart shows the 40 years bonds bull market is over. Okay, with a question mark there. So now I'm not saying that Barclay is saying this, but Barclay article actually mentioned about this, and that's why I pulled it out and want to explain this to you and share this with you. All right, I'll explain more in details, but this is going to be important to all of us because we are definitely looking at the 10-year yields for a lot of market direction. Okay. So you realize that my caption here is just getting longer and longer. Initially it was in fact we trust. Then now it's in fact we really trust. Now it's in fact we must really trust. Okay, so this is going to be it's a joke lah. Basically, just tell you that guys, I'm rubbing it in. Right, this is a comic whereby the bull is on bed and down the bear just say this. Look, just this once, I want a piece of the action. Okay. So basically, it's all right. It's trying to tell you that the bear had been waiting for a long time and still couldn't get into action. So what happened is this: the bear said, "Okay, you know what? I'm basically going to put on the bull costume and come out, and then as if that it's a bull market, but actually I'm a bear inside." So this is a very interesting, twisted cartoon. So there's a way how to look at it. Some people say that it's just a bear hiding a bull. People say that only the bear just want to be part of the bull. So it's all depends on how you see from this cartoon. All right. So let me see your view. What do you think about this cartoon itself? When this bear is taunting the bull costume, in your opinion, what do you think this comic is trying to relate? All right, I want you to key in your answer right now into the group chat. All right. Okay, let me get some water. All right, well, we are waiting for your answer. You can see that Aspirins is coming to the investment firm. Now, basically, it's all right. If you actually been wondering, all right, for longest or while itself, a lot of people have been calling for sell in the market. You can come as far as, a very, very famous guy. We talk about this guy, the one who wrote the Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Then, of course, we have the Always Been Bear, the Harry Dan. We get Peter Schiff. Then, of course, these guys are always calling for bear. Then, of course, we have those more prominent like Jim Rogers, George Soros. Then we also have basically people like, what do you have? This guy, sorry, just off my mind. A few of them are basically have been calling for bear in the market, but apparently the market just keep on going up. And I've been telling you this is because the Federal Reserve is the one that's basically holding up this bull market. All right, I saw some of your reply coming now. Is Colin says a fake bull. Brian also says a fake bull. Okay, Jerry says an ailing bull. Okay. Lester says that even you are a bear, you have no choice to appear as a bull, full of bull, ... Okay, that's a good one. All right, so basically a lot of hedge funds basically are in headaches. They are already there. Okay, there have been a lot of headaches because apparently whenever there's a new stuff coming in the market, they must redo their entire portfolio or their mechanism. All right, so that is what these two cartoons talk about. Okay, Anthony says that the bull dying of old age. Okay, all right. All right, so let's motivate one another. A boss say go, a leader say let's go. Now you understand why we leave no one behind. Now we are not the boss of you, but we are definitely our family members. We always want you guys to come together and we try to make money together. Now, just now I was just having my little bath. I was just thinking out loud itself. You see, a lot of schools they say that they will support you and yada, yada, yada. But apparently it's all right after they collected your course fee and then they do their part a little bit and that's it, they leave you alone. Why? Because they tell you that it's because they want you to develop, to be independent, stuff like that. So just wondering out loud, it's all right. Do you leave your child behind because this child now is able to eat? Little boy, little girl. It's something that I'm feeling. I think that the parents' responsibility is actually forever. From a baby to a toddler to a young boy, young girl, to even adult, right? I think perpetually parents' love for their kids is perpetual. So for me, it's all right. I cannot say that, I love you as directly as my family members, but definitely I love my students and I really take all the care. So like yesterday, it's all right. I was very tired, but I still do the MAO last night. Yes, last night, 10:30 p.m. because I really want you guys to feel it. So success is getting what you want, and happiness is wanting what you get. See, I get this out of happiness whenever I see you guys glowing with happiness and you guys are very happy with it. And I really enjoy myself doing that. Of course, on that, I sacrifice a bit of family time. I told my wife this. I said, look, I got a evening MAO later on again. She looked at me like, huh? I thought you no more doing that. I said, yeah, once in a while, I said, if it's very important stuff, I will do it. And of course, once I start to do it, right, it takes a few hours of my time to just prepare it because it's not that easy. I don't plug and play. So end of the day is, I just want you guys to know that all this effort takes a lot of, all this thing that took a lot of effort. And I just want you guys to really, appreciate it. And of course, obviously, if you make money out of it yourself, I'm very happy for you. Now, we're going to have our charity event very soon for all the TWB members. We have been delaying because due to so many unfortunate, not able to meet the schedule. So likely it's right, it will be soon, all right? It'll be very soon. We try to do it on a Sunday so that basically more people can come in together and more family can join us together, all right? So I'll let you know later on. So disclaimer as usual before we start this morning MAO, all right? Now, before we start this morning MAO, just let you know it's a bit of advertisement. There'll be 2 times now and later on. Okay, on the 27th of March and the 3rd of April, we have our Crypto Cranks Up event. Yes, this is going to be our TWB inaugural Crypto Trader International Workshop. Now, this is a few things to just highlight. We will be talking purely on cryptocurrency trading for 4 hours, okay? And it's only meant for traders because you're going to buy and sell, not to buy and keep. To buy and keep is not wrong, but just that we are more focusing to the trading side, okay? Trading side. Now, why international? Because we're going to invite many friends from all over Southeast Asia, from this Thailand to Malaysia to probably this Taiwan and Indonesia, Malaysia, obviously. So all these countries all will be invited, okay? We invite them to come and join us in this event. And of course, there's so many good stuff that we'll be talking about. But more important thing itself, right? This is a physical, live in-person event. So it's only for 27th and the 3rd of April. And it's very reasonable price at $50 only, right? It's really good because the value that we give to you is easily worth $500 easily. So we're giving you a lot of value into this, and do join in. And of course, we have 2 guest speakers. Is Winston. Obviously, Winston, you know who Winston, right? Winston is a very successful entrepreneur who basically has hit past $100 million revenue, right, for himself in his online marketing. And of course, you know, local celebrity Zhang Yaotong, he will also be gracing this event. So these 2 guys will be coming on the 27th of March, okay? Yaotong can't make it on the 3rd of April, so you're going to catch the stardom, then you must attend the 27th of March one, okay? 3rd of April, Yaotong can't make it due to his heavy schedule, all right? But Winston and myself will be available on the 27th and on the 3rd of April, okay? So how to register? Very simple. Go to the Facebook page of our TWB Facebook page and then register from there, okay? All right, so do that, okay, guys? We're waiting for you to join us. Let us have a great time doing that together, okay? All right, thank you. Okay, so why is I calling for the bull market, the bond bull market is over? Now, this is not from me. Apparently, it's not right. This is an article, okay? It's from this guy called Scott Barlow. All right, he's saying that basically the 40-year bull market in the bonds is over, and the implications are profound. Okay, why do we say that? So basically, he says that, right, the Bank of America, global research inflation showed at 61%, analysts saw that companies raises prices in the recent month. So basically, itself is trying to tell you that, right, because the bull market bonds is going to be over, so companies have to raise, their prices, and hence, therefore, right, it causes movement in all these places like real asset, commodities, small cap value, and the bearish bond, okay, in the US large cap growth. So basically, by doing that itself, right, more and more people are getting a bit worried, because if that is the case, if the bond bull market is over, the yields will have to go up, because bond and yields, they go in different direction, right? So the bond price had to come down, the yields had to go up. So that is what he's trying to say in regards with this. Okay, so traders, you just have to take note that this is going to be interesting. And of course, with Federal Reserve now not going to extend the relief for the banks for the SLR. Okay, that means that, right, that means that they're allowing the numbers to go higher. They're allowing the numbers to go higher, which means the yields, the inflation number to go higher. And of course, if that happens, the yields will start to creep up again. So I'm not half surprised to see the yield going past 1.8% this week. All right, this week we have a lot of talking from Jerome Powell, I think Monday and Wednesday. So guys, this sort of thing will happen and be careful of that. Now the market is definitely not very happy with what's going on with Jerome Powell's side. And you can see from very clear on the 19th of March from the press release from the Federal Reserve website, announced that the temporary change in its SLR, okay, will expire as scheduled. That means that there will be no extension, okay? This is from the 19th of March. So of course, today is 22nd of March, a few days to go. Now, there's ongoing speculation that say that maybe at the last minute, the Federal Reserve may actually change their view. Well, if you actually attend last night, my this evening MAO, right? That was for students only. All right, you will know that I don't think so. All right, if you want to watch that video replay, it'll be available on coming Wednesday on the Trade with the Boys Facebook page, okay? All right, it's only on Wednesday. So with that itself, right, that's why we basically call in all our students, and then we have a very good session yesterday at 10:30 p.m. and we talk about why I think the April and May 2021 will see a great market turbulence. Now, turbulence doesn't mean the market must come down. Turbulence means like airplane itself, right, going up, going down, going up, going down. So that means that there will be a lot of volatility in the market, and this is going to be very damaging for portfolio. If you basically cut at the top and cut at the bottom, oh my God, it's going to be very detrimental, all right? So why do I say that why this analyst is saying that? Because we all know the fact of the matter is that when the market is at all-time high level, and if it pull back by 20%, it will be a bear indication. So since for 1980s until now is 42 years of history, there were three severe corrections. One is 18%, the first one. The second one is 17%, and the third one was another 17%. So usually when the market hit about 17% itself, right, the market usually rebound, right? Usually rebound. But this time around, we are at 22%, and there's no sign of a rebound. So that's why a lot of people who basically call for the market is oversold on the bond market now is basically having problems with their what they're expecting. Because like, recently you got one very famous billionaire, he came in and said that, there's the bond market will recover soon, but in fact it went lower, right? So because of that, that's all right. The market is speculating that could this go even lower down to about even 3,500. Now it's all very possible if Federal Reserve stick to their guns or what they think they want to do. And of course, if that really happens, it's all right. Then the yield will be at least about 2.5 to 3%. So that is going to be shifting the market or shifting the goalpost for a lot of investors, okay? Oops. Oh, I forgot to the anime here. Oh, so sorry. Okay, so basically, apology on that itself, right? There's some error here. Let me just okay, basically, US-China trade relationship actually has strained, okay, due to Biden and Biden stand, all right? This is actually an animation. Sorry, I think I have forgot about to do this. Okay, so basically what happened is that China is taking a very strong, US taking a very strong stand against China, all right? And China is pretty pissed off. So if this is going to continue, it's all right, this relationship will create a little bit of problem. And apparently it's all right that Biden seemingly is going around making people feel that, right, you have to respect the US. If not, they'll do something. That's what is happening right now. So at the moment now, what's going on, apology on the title. I think I forgot to do the title, okay? COVID cases are rising in 21 states in America as the health official keep warning, all right, about this. Now, why do I bring this up? Because you can see that a lot of people are getting their vaccination jab, but apparently it's all right, even though they're vaccinated, people are still having this. In US, it's all right, the 7-day moving average is about 54,000. It's lower than last 3 weeks ago for 57,000, but it's still at 54,000, in average 50,000. So you think about this from the very first start of this COVID-19, since March last year to March this year, 365 days, you multiply by 50,000 on average itself. You can see that how many people got infected by this. And of course, the infection accordingly, there are more states having it like Alabama, Hawaii, right, Maryland, and so forth. More and more states are actually getting hit, all right? And the thing is, now there is actually saying that the UK variant is actually coming into US. So of course, in Europe itself, we are seeing a third corona wave, all right? Why do I say that? Because the chart says that, right, that Europe third corona wave is on the way coming in, all right? It's beginning to come in. So apparently the French capital, Paris, okay, is having that problem. In Germany, Angela Merkel is saying that the easing of lockdown is being an issue. So let's see what happened in France. You can see that the numbers are shooting up suddenly. suddenly it just shoot up without knowing why. But of course, we all know that it's because of the brought in from other places. So Germany, you can see that again, a sudden shoot up in numbers. And of course, last one will be Italy. All right, it has been steadily going up ever since, right? So all this tells you that in Europe is a problem. So think about this: if Europe is a problem, all right, and the yields are going up, then very soon itself, right, there will be a lot of problem from the European side. I believe there'll be a lot of problem on the European side. So that's why people ask me, how come the DAX, the European stock market, is going up itself, right? I say because the currency now is basically depreciating. So that's why you have people buying into it. But once the market get into this problem, the COVID-19 issue, right, then things will actually go into a bigger problem, all right? So apparently just ignore my caption on top itself, right? I'm not too sure. Probably that's why when I saved the file, I didn't save the one with the caption. I actually changed the caption, but never mind. All right, let's focus on the content. But then again, on the flip side itself, right, investors are pouring great numbers of money into the market. All right, so basically investors pour in $56.8 billion in the stock market as stimulus checks arrive. So a lot of people now are pumping a lot of money into the system, all right? So apparently it's all right. Goldman Sachs says that, right, a lot of them are making their way into mutual fund and ETF. So the question is this, okay? The funds are coming in, all right? Because in short itself, the stimulus package is as good as bailing out, right? So by putting the money in, you can see that, wow, suddenly the last 3 days or last 7 days, look at the amount of equity coming into the broad-based market. So, but the question is this, either the market came down yesterday, on Friday and the day before? Yeah. So the stock market is not going up, but the funds coming in is tremendous. So the question is this, no one's going to buy bonds at the moment now, so likely it'll be stocks. But if the stocks are being bought up itself, then how come the market is overall down? So that's a question here, because someone is probably selling the market. That's why I tell you guys, there's a rational reason why someone is wanting the money to be sent out ASAP so that his friends can basically bail themselves out ASAP. Because the ongoing problem is the longer they wait itself, right, the economy may not able to hold that long. So I suspect that, right, there's a rational reason why Treasury has distributed so much of the money out. And apparently $242 billion has been out already. But again, look carefully, $242 billion is nowhere near the 1.9 trillion, all right? So well, basically they are emphasizing on the big amount, but you know where the rest of the money goes. So the thing is, and of course, America have poured in $40 billion into Bitcoin already. Oh my God, serious? So all I can say is this, there is a very interesting exchange of hands right now because every transaction is always a buyer and always with a seller. So if someone tells me that, right, there is a lot of buying at the moment right now because of the hedge funds, of all the ETFs and all the stimulus checks, the question is the stock market going higher? Because previously when it was happening like this, the stock market actually went up. But this time now, you know that it's not really performing the same way. So apparently it's all right. Cathie Woods, yes, I told you Cathie Wood will definitely upgrade Tesla. I told you before, right? And apparently it's really happening. Cathie Woods expect Tesla to reach $3,000 by 2025. Oh my God. Do you know that Tesla share, what's the price right now for Tesla share? Do you want me to tell you? Let me bring it up for you guys. Okay, let me bring the new Tesla share right now. Let's bring you Tesla live. This is Tesla share. Okay, so basically they're all Tesla shares now is at $651, okay, based on our AIMS platform. And if I'm going to put the all-time high level, I can put it because it'll be different. Okay, anyway, basically we have here, and this is the price of Tesla at about 900. And today it's at 651. So obviously it's more than 20%, okay? It's more than 20%, okay, from the all-time high level. So the question is this, if the market called Tesla is now 20% from the all-time high level, then why, that means that there's a lot of upside, right? That means that if you're looking at further upside, so let me just read you let's draw it for you. So which means that Cathie Wood is expecting Tesla to go to $3,000 by 2025, okay? So what I'm trying to say is that, right, if you buy Tesla now at $651, okay, and then you hold it all the way to 3,000, you're going to give yourself back 5 times profit. Wow. So if you do 100,000 investment here by 2025, your investment will be 5 times. That is much, much, much better than putting in any asset class or basically putting in any bonds or, fixed deposit, right? That is if, let's say, Tesla go to 3,000. Okay, so that is my point here. Okay, so you asked me about this view on how she say. I went through what she said, and I totally disagree. No, not because I'm bearish. I like Elon Musk as a person. I like Tesla in terms of their development. I love their cars. It's ridiculously cool. But the thing is that to be at $3,000, I really don't expect that. And of course, the thing is this, okay? All I can say is my personal take is you're talking about $1,000, I can still buy you, but that's after a good pullback. And then, of course, more business coming in and Tesla overall stabilize, right? That is my view on Tesla in the next 5 years or next 3 years, okay, to put it this way, or 4 years. All right. But of course, when you are doing a portfolio whereby your portfolio take 10%, and obviously like now you can see like Tesla is in the ARC innovation, you can see that the amount involved there itself. So obviously you would give a very, very high marker. But the thing is this, like when giving it so high itself, right, it actually set a very wrong note to people. But because she had given it so much a high level back then, it's very difficult for her to give her a lower number or slightly higher number, right? So you give her an even higher number. Anyway, it's a number. Whether it happened or not is another thing. So she's saying that, right, because of she's looking at this robot taxi, basically robo taxi, whereby meaning everywhere now you don't have any drivers, and then after that itself, right, everybody is just hop on the cab and you can go on and no driver. Okay, so what happened is this: Singapore has so many, about nearly 100,000 over Grab drivers. What happened to them then? Okay. So anyway, that's my point here itself. So she's saying that there will be further upside. So I have my question mark there. But anyway, just for you, these are the companies that she bought in also. So the second one will be Square, then Roku, Inverter, and obviously some of the rest who is over here. Okay, if you want to buy into those stocks, you trust on her, just continue. All right, I'll leave it there. So of course, that's why I say Tesla is the biggest holding. That's why largest holding. That's why she has to give a very high number. Okay, now Jim Cramer. Wow, Jim Cramer recently has been very active. Jim Cramer says that, okay, the bond market is dictating the stock market. He says that, right, this rotation from this tech to value will not be forever. Of course, it's definitely, we know that. So he's saying that, right, now the tech stocks a bit low and all the interest rates are high. So later on, the rotational will play out, which means that they expect that from the cyclical stock, you go back to the tech shares. So this is what he's saying. And he also mentioned that, right, Monday and Wednesday, we have Jerome Powell commenting. All right, so Powell will comment first on Monday, which is today. And then on Wednesday, it's all right, Powell and Yellen will testify. And obviously, it's all right, we all know that, these two, they do combine, the market is expecting to call their bluff this time round. Now, previously, when they come in to say something, the market react positively. But this time round, the market will be watching them like a hawk, because apparently I told you guys that was prior before SLR was, because the Wall Street was basically looking at SLR to continue. But apparently it's all right. It's going to expire. So what is happening is that right now, is the Wall Street is going to be very upset. Okay, so that's why they'll be watching these two persons very closely, and any sign of weakness, I think the sharks will arrive. Okay, and of course the thing is, right, Morgan Stanley, they acquire Korea's largest crypto exchange. Okay, so what happened is that for those reasons why people asking me, Kel, why are you going into Bitcoin at this stage now at 55,000? Now do note once again, we are not going in at 58,000 to buy and keep. As a matter of fact, we are looking at the market to pull back if it's possible, and then keep on buying from the low end and every cyclical bottom. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that we're trying to do Bitcoin trading and Ethereum trading from day to day. Right. We're not going to buy and keep. To buy and keep itself, it will be better if the price go down to like 35,000 for BTC, or Ethereum go down to 3,004, 1,005. I think maybe it'll be better price. So anyway, you can now know that Wall Street giant, okay, Morgan Stanley has came into the picture, and because initially they laughed at it, then they actually again fought on it and don't believe it. Now they join. So now you understand why the transition is so powerful now, because initially everybody was going against it. Okay, everybody was calling for it's a bubble and going to be a scam and stuff like that. But now you see so many US firms coming into the picture. Now, the problem is this. With so many US firms coming in the picture now, it becomes very difficult for them to get out of this if they want to, say if one day things happen. So, of course, we always know that, right? There will be some pullback of some severe pullback. But again, that will present a wonderful chance for us, like people like us, to buy into the market. So because of that itself, right, and the amount of engagement is such a big figure, that's why I say that basically it's here to stay. Even Deutsche Bank itself, right, is planning custody and other service for its client, offering exposure to the new asset class, which is Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So more and more people are coming into the picture, and they already said, like Deutsche Bank says, that the BTC now is too big or too important to ignore, and this is very factual. So that's why, guys, you really must jump into this. Okay, we are here to trade. So there'll be stop loss involved, there'll be TP level given, and then you just have to follow through. With 78% accuracy itself, right, I think it's a very valid investment of $50 to just join us and get 1 month free of the indicator. All right, so quickly get it done. All right. All right, anyway, just the latest one just saw from Biz0H. Apparently now BTC, Bitcoin ATMs are landing at gas station, delis, and convenience store. Oh my God, look at it. BTC ATM now is available at gas station. Oh, and it's not only 1 or 2. It's at 28,000 BTC ATMs. Oh my God, in America. So think about this. If there is more than 28,000 ATM machine or BTC machine in USA, so think about this itself. Think about this itself, whether is this going to stay or is it going to leave. This is a very, very powerful statement that you guys must understand. And again, 10,000 of them came up the last 5 months. Okay, so that means that it's here to stay. If it's not here to stay, I'm very sure it's the regulatory body will have tell you guys, but apparently they have been warning, but they have been pumping. So in one side say that, okay, be careful, be careful, careful. But on the other side itself, right, they allow you to sprout. So guys, take your take, okay? It's going to be very powerful coming on. Okay, so now I know it's 9:13. The Hong Kong stock market is going to open very, very soon. So a quick one now, the US Dow Jones was down initially. It was a dive down of 400 points from the opening bell. Then after that, what happened? The Dow Jones recover almost to the opening price. Then after that, towards the last 15 minutes, not too sure why, there's no news reporting on this, bang, the market came down pretty strongly over there. All right, so the Dow Jones closed about 200 points lower as the bank sells break the 2-week winning streak. So basically, there is the SLR concern and the yields going up. That's the main thing. And of course, by the same side, right, NASDAQ shares recovers, like Facebook, Amazon, Netflix recover because there's some shift now from these cyclical counters back to those beaten up technology shares, okay? But primary is because of the SLR, okay? And of course, the traders are warning now and say that, right, if it's going to continue, it's going to be unnerving. And of course, like this guy from Rockefeller Global Family Office said that it's very disappointing to investors that the Federal Reserve decided not to extend the SLR. So you can see everybody is just very upset with this. And because of that itself, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, all of them came off recently. Okay, this is why the power of that. Okay, so let's just look at the Hong Kong stock market right now. It's going to open up very, very soon. Okay, oops, sorry. Okay, the Hong Kong stock market is going to open up very, very soon. Okay, we're just 30 seconds away. Hong Kong, the MLP yesterday was, Friday was brilliant. So today's MLP is about 29,061. The MA itself will be at 29,307. Okay, so now market is going to start trading soon. Let's bring up the market. Hang Seng, let's bring it in. Here we go. Day chart ready. Stand by. In a few more seconds, the Hang Seng will open. The Dow Jones is down quite a fair bit this morning. So I expect the market to sell a little bit more today. All right. Okay, Hang Seng is going to open up in 1 second. Okay, gap down. Hang Seng has gapped down. Hang Seng has gapped down. Okay, why gap down? Obviously, we have the Dow Jones that's down on Friday. Okay, so but then again, the downside leans a bit limited because the NASDAQ went up. So but now Hang Seng opening price is actually above P1. So as long as Hang Seng goes above OP, it will be a buy. But the problem is the KSI is red. The KSI is red, and of course this red got a bit of problem here. The rate itself seems to be a bit of jump down in a way. So therefore, right, of course, it's not KSI jump because KSI jump must be different color, but the length of it is quite crazy. So that means that, right, there is some buying in the market. But a point is this, is still KSI is red. So if the market comes down below OP, it will test first. It will test the 28,733 level first. Now, if the market hit pivot 1 and rebound, there will be some sort of that happening. But if the market goes below P1, oh dear, it will go towards this next level, and that's 28,316. Okay, that is a KCB level. That's a TSCB level. You can see that. Okay, now apparently for the KCB level, 28,222 is pretty in line with the pivot 2 level at 28,197. So of course, the scary part is this: if the market really breaks the 28,733 pivot one, and the KSI really got a way to inform you guys, and the Dow Jones going to come down further. There is a crazy chance for the for the Hang Seng to go down all the way, because if you look at it now, recently Hang Seng has been going up, right? Okay, and if you look at it, if people will do any cut loss, it'll be somewhere around here. So this will be a typical stop loss button, right? And of course, if the traders are going to be caught by this wave, which is usually while retailers got caught, then of course there's a very high possibility for the Hang Seng to drop all the way down to 28,222 level, or if not, at least here, 28,316. I repeat one more time, there is a high chance that the Hang Seng may drop all the way to 28,316 level, because that is where the common stops are. And the way now the Hang Seng is coming off itself, right, it sounds rather pretty fierce, okay? The opening price is 28,942, and that is the same high level. It's a flat top rate. Flat top rate means that, right, the high and the opening price is the same. Hence, therefore, that usually means there's a lot of selling from the very opening bell. So traders, you just have to take note of that. Okay, I'm not saying that Hang Seng will crash today, but likely there will be some selling these few days, especially tonight. Jerome Powell speaking, and the Wall Street is not very happy with him right now. There is a possibility that the market may want to sell it just in case. And if it actually makes Wall Street happy, who knows, it may buy up again. So dear traders, this is something that you may want to take note of that, and you can make a decision, okay? So that is the what they call the analysis for the today's Hang Seng. So I've given you the levels. Watch out for 28,316 or 28,222. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, so I'm going to change my screen now. If I look into the 5-minute chart, the 5-minute chart is really scary. Look at it. Wow, look at the 5-minute. It's coming off very, very fast. Okay, so the first TP level for KTR -2 is 28,756. So that's the first TP. And then after that will be the pivot one already, 28,733. Okay, so I expect the Hang Seng to come down at least here. All right, that is 28,733 level. Okay, I think that will be Hang Seng first level. Okay, if we go crazier, then of course you can go all the way down to 28,630. But of course, that's a little bit pushing it for today. But again, you know, from the financial market itself, right, anything can all happen. Okay, so you don't need to, oops, sorry. Okay, apparently some mistake here. Oops. Okay, all right. So that will be the level that the market will be going. Okay. All right. So 287. Okay, now the Hang Seng still coming down. Oh, it touches the KTR -2 perfectly already. And now let's see whether it can go down further to 28,733. Of course, the next level we'll be looking at will be 28,630. That will be the next level. Okay. Okay, sorry for just how the slip up. Okay, clear. All right, done. Okay, so that is what happened, and that's why I'm saying that the Wall Street is not happy with what happening. And if you watch yesterday's MAO, you will know that, right? I already say the Wall Street is going to take a bet against the Federal Reserve. So it's a very interesting time whereby now Federal Reserve is actually on the chopping board. And obviously, Federal Reserve is not going to give in to this very clearly. But of course, again, some people say, is it the whole thing's a wayang? It means that both of them are just playing both sides of the coin. It is all possible. So that's why you need a system to protect yourself. You may be involved in this side and they're playing the daddy and mommy role. Who knows, right? So just be very careful on this. But again, of course, now investors are pretty mixed now. Like this guy says that, right, there's no crystal ball for this market rally. And of course, some that say that right now with the bond yields going up itself, and then this tech shares have looked like a buy, then what it's supposed to do and stuff like that. So there's a lot of mixed reaction at this moment. But end of the day, we know that, right, we just have to take note. Things may go worse than what we can think of, okay? All right. Okay, let's look at the 10-year yields right now to get a quick understanding of what's happening here. Okay, I usually use 10-year yields. I go to Market Watch. I get a better feel on that. Now you can see the 10-year yields is coming off. The 10 years actually is coming off. It's from above 1.72%. Now it's come off, right? So then if that's the case itself, then why is the market coming off? That's why I say don't read too much into the yield side at the moment, because there will be very artificial manipulation, because I mean that they can actually purposely bring the yields down and you think that the stock market must go up, but they can sell the stock market at the same time, things like that. So there's a lot of way they can manipulate this, so please don't get too much involved. To us itself, or to me itself, right, if the yield is coming off and stock market is coming down, right, is a very scary thing. Because think about this, the yields goes up, the stock market comes down. So we can understand the fundamental reason for that. But now if the yields come down and the stock market still go down, oh my God, then think about this. What will happen if the yields go up again? Think about this. What if the yields go up again? Oh my God, that will be even crazier, right? So traders, you need to be very careful on this, okay? So let's do a quick recap on what happened on last Friday. The Dow Jones opens here and it's very clear once again. Is below pivot 2. Now, I said this many times. When the market is below OP and below pivot 2, no matter what you tell me, the market will generally be going down. And indeed, it really happened. Yes, indeed, it may go up a little bit, right? Because the KSI was green in color. That is if the market stays above OP. But if the market goes below OP and below pivot 2, don't care, don't bother, stick to the sell side. I mean, I've been saying this so many times, and apparently people just seem not to able to follow. And of course, if you don't follow, then obviously you have to pay the price. Look at it. So this is what happened to Dow Jones on Friday, okay? So the Dow Jones was basically floating the opening price for the longest of time, literally floating. But then again, the key point came in. Can you see that? This is a BNB. Now, when you see a BNB on the chart, right, means something's big going to happen. I've been telling you this, and we're saying this again. And of course, we have this very powerful TSCB that we have created for PTP students, and they all know that there is a very powerful M15 TSCB level at 32,828. Now, this level itself, you can see, you don't see the trend line, because that means that this trend is drawn many charts ago. So which means that, right, this is not, it's basically reusable. And of course, you can see that the whole day itself, the market couldn't go down. But the moment the BNB appear, then followed by the so-called color change, CCYR, touch OP. And of course, when the market bridges, look at it. When the market breached the TSCB level at 32,828, right, by closing below it, that was so powerful. And the moment when that happened, the Dow collapsed down. And what is crazy is that KTR minus 3 is there. Now look at it. Which system in the world can tell you exactly where could be the technical level of the market? Now, usually technical level is all is when you see the chart, then you draw and you try to figure it out. But this one is all fully drawn for you. You don't even need to do anything. You just have to follow through, BNB, trade, and just go for the flow. And of course, what happened? You know that below OP is really below pivot 2, right? So you have to sell. And you did, it really happened. Oh my God. That's why, in my opinion itself, right, TWB system is really a very powerful tool. If you, as long as you know how to utilize it, you guys are gonna make so much great deal of money from it. Agreeable? For those who agree that my statement is correct, right, please give me a thumbs up. All right, and you agree that TWB system is good. All right, so if you think can you key the word TWB, all right, into the group chat right now, so that you guys give me the validation that our system is really a very impressive system. All right, really incredible. It's not that, you know, it doesn't happen just because that we say today. We've seen it in all our past 1.5 year archives. It has been repeating and repeating just on its own. Really, this system is really incredible. All right, so if you guys think that this system is good, please key TWB, okay, trade with the boys, okay, into the Zoom group chat. All right, that is a strong validation for me right now. Okay, guys, thank you. Please do that if you can. Okay, thank you. Get some water break. All right, thank you guys. Thank you so much. All right, thank you guys. Thank you. Okay, so we have our Dow recap done. Let's look at the live market right now, shall we? Okay, Hang Seng has came down. Wow, it came down all the way to KTR minus 2 level. Oh my God. Wow. And it's holding at pivot 1. Okay, so traders who has Hang Seng position, take my little friendly advice as a friend, take some profit first. Okay, it's always good to take some profit. It doesn't kill. So take some profit from the market. Okay, and then we see how it goes. Okay, Now, of course, Hang Seng can go down even more, but I think taking some profit will never be a bad thing to do. So I always tell my friends, I'm talking to you right now, I'm telling them, okay, guys, if you have money on the table, please take some profit. Okay, it's always good to have some profit on the table, all right? Off the table. Okay, okay, congratulations. Wow, gold has came down, right? Okay, wow, okay, expected, huh? Now, all this movement is pretty expected, honestly. I've been telling you guys it's pretty expected. So it's nothing new. And obviously, it's time to really take some advantage of what you learn from the market. Okay, so let's look at the Dow Jones first. Sorry to divert a little bit. Okay, look at the Dow Jones right now. Oh gosh, this is bad. Now look at the Dow Jones chart. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, this is longitude. Let me show you the longitude chart first. Okay, so you see that this is my point where I draw for you back then the resistance level on the Dow Jones. Okay, let me just put it in by drawing in. So this is the previous first high. Then after that, we have the second high. So what I did was I connect these 2 points together. All right, I connect A, I connect B together, and then I extend it. You see, I extend it. So I did not connect the rest. To me, is that it's not important because what I want is, I want to know where is the turning point of the market. And of course, it projected all the way for months and months, and it was never there until here recently. Oh, well, you can see that right now, right? You can see it very well that it actually tells me that the market got resisted at that very point. Now, for those who are actually looking at the handphone, just turn it to this horizontal mode, right? Then you can see the chart better. Okay, I'm so sorry, but Facebook, Zoom, they don't really allow this what I call for ask me to move away my face unless I take my face away. But of course, I want my face to be there. Now, why is that so? Because apparently some people is copying whatever I do. Basically meaning, right, whatever my chart is actually drawing, someone else actually copy literally. Oh my God. I mean, I'm okay with people copying me, but gosh, that feeling is he didn't pay me anything. Okay, anyway, now today the MA30 is somewhere around here, and that here is 32,112. Okay, now that is the level that we need to be very, very careful. And I believe that this will be the support level, 32,112 will be the MA30 level for today. All right, so why do I say that? Because apparently I told you guys, when the market is a bit too far away from the MA, usually it will pull back, right? I told you this before, and it has been very clear. Every time when the market is a bit too far from the MA, the market will generally pull towards the MA. So this time around, I'm not going to be half surprised for the Dow Jones to go down to 32,112 today or tomorrow, as the day goes by. So that means that there is about 400 points here for you to grab. So if the market do come down, there is a very high chance the market will go to the MA30. So that's about 400 points from where we are now, okay? So it's a very free gift for you to take note. Now, the other thing that you want to take note itself will be this. Now, the last few times when the Dow Jones hit the MA30, it dribbled down a little bit more. But after that, when it crossed back the MA30, the Dow went up again. So you can see that all the past experience tells me that in the market itself will take the MA30 very, very seriously, okay? Try not maximizing the program. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, Joe, for that good advice. Okay, all right. So basically, is that you can see right here. Okay, so would there be a possibility for the Dow Jones to hit the MA30 and rebound? I'm going to give you a 60-40 chance. I mean, the 60% chance the market will hit MA30 and rebound. The 40% chance the market will hit MA30 and goes down further. Okay, if we really go down further, the next level definitely will be the MA200. The MA200 at the moment now, let's take a look, is quite far away. Okay, where is that? That is about 30,000, around 30,000, okay? So basically, in short, if the MA30 cannot hold, there is a possibility that the market will go down all the way to MA200, and MA200 now at the moment is about 30,000. Wow, 30,000, okay? So that means that currently now it's at 32,000, right? And a 500 level. So if the Dow Jones bridges the MA30, that's 32,100 level, that means that there is a crazy possibility that the Dow Jones can go down to 30,000. So that means that the current price now is 32,500. We are talking about a 2,500 points drop. Now, that is probably about 8% from here, around there, 8%. Wow, 8%. Think about this. Is it in line with Ray Dalio? Apparently seems to be, right? So I don't know whether this will manifest or not. I'm not going to quote it, but I'm just going to inform you that there is a possibility of this happening, okay? Possibility, nothing is 100%, okay? All right, so cool. Got the idea now? Okay, good. Let's continue with the Dow sharing, okay? Okay, so this is the Dow Jones chart. We can see that the all-time high is 33,234. Now, of course, some people say, Kel, every time you say all-time high, the market will go to new all-time high. So you are jinxing it. Well, it is possible, but you can look at it right on Friday. The Thursday MLP drawn on Friday's movement, the market brilliantly stopped there. Can you see that? And then after that, the market pulls back. So when I see this result, right, it tells me that the boys know the MLP and they're using it very well. So today's MLP is about 32,750 level, and the market is trading below MLP. So generally speaking, the market should be going down. Now, of course, if you want to draw more MLP for yourself, you can draw somewhere like this. This is the one here. The one I'm drawing now is all the MLP or the white candles. And those will be the technical level. And I'm very sure later on, this M trader, she'll be using all these technical points for herself, really, all right? This will be all the MLP level. Now, of course, we can see also in terms of the all-time high, 33,234 is the all-time high level, right? So if the 5% mark really come down, right, that will be 31,572. Now, the thing is this, wow, okay, that means that initially was 31,333. Now it's 31,572, because as the market goes higher itself, obviously the 5% market will shift. So again, is it possible that to see the Dow Jones coming down to 31,572, hit the 5% marker and rebound? It's all possible. That's why I say, why don't just borrow some arrows right now, go with the flow, all right? If everything is going according to plan, don't need to take profit so fast. Let it slide down slowly. And once you hit the 5% marker at 31,572, you can book some profit there. And if it goes even lower to MA 200 at 30,000, you can buy back more there. And who knows, you can turn long from that moment. Who knows, you can turn long back from that moment and make the money from it. All right. So these are all the levels that you guys can really consider, and you guys make your own final decision. Okay. Today my job is just basically tell you what I see from the market. The weekly chart is not nice. The weekly chart shows that the market is coming off, and I did tell you guys yesterday, MAO, if the market stay below OP for the week itself, right, this is going to be very not so good for the bull market. So traders, watch out for the opening price of this week, which is at 32,583. Okay, this is my cyclical counter. So I already show you guys. Okay, so 26 May will be the date that we're looking at, 26 May. Okay, I repeat, the flip point is 26 May. I am not saying that will be the point of going up or going down. I'm just telling you that when the market goes to 26 May, I will know what to do, because I have seen the back test. I can tell you this, to make tens of thousands of dollars is very possible if you actually follow through whatever it says. All right, it may not be immediate profit, but definitely the probability of making good deal of money is definitely there. So the date, please remember, is 26th of May. Okay, so coming nearer to that date itself, right, I will do a very special session with all my TWB students. I'll tell you how to maximize this. All right, this is going to be very, very powerful. Okay, that's for Dow. But apparently for gold, it's even closer. It's in April. So I will tell you guys earlier, in fact. Okay. All right, so let's look at the Dow Jones now. Hang Seng. Wow, you see that? The Hang Seng has recovered beautifully. And I told you guys, once the market hit the pivot one, you just have to buy back your Hang Seng. And you see that the Hang Seng really, really hit the pivot one and rebounded. Oh my God. This is live, you know? I told you guys that when the Hang Seng hits the pivot one level, try to buy back some, and I even text live on my friends. And my friends actually now text me saying they are very happy. They say they did that, and they now see the market going up. They feel so happy. You see, that is the power of the system. It really is there. You cannot lie about this. It's all there. So once the market cannot go down, it would have to go up. It's very factual. If you cannot go down, cannot go up, you have to come down. So that's why now Hang Seng is recovering, as you can see right now. Incredible. So people who short the Hang Seng, you see that is basically getting caught for nothing, because you know that pivot one is a very strong resistance, right? Which means that if the market basically rebound over it, become a support instead. All right, so guys, this is Hang Seng for you. Oh my God, so powerful. Okay, so let's look at the Dow Jones today this morning. For Dow Jones today, okay, this morning Dow Jones opening price is between the two pivots. Okay, KSI is green in color. So that means that if the Dow stay above OP, it will generally go towards the pivot one, and that's 32,678. But if the Dow Jones stay below OP, there will be some selling. All right, it already tested the first KCB level, and that's 32,498. Already it touches and then brilliantly rebounded. So that's why I say our system is so powerful. All these numbers are already made available for all of us, and we just have to follow through. All right. And indeed, now the Dow is recovering a little bit. So now the thing is this, there's a few KCB level at 32,378 and so forth. So traders with the KSI green, so naturally the market will be more towards the upside as long as the market stays above OP. But if the market stays below OP, what we're seeing right now, then of course do note when the market go to KTR -1, -2, do consider to take some profit, okay? Now you see that the market really, the Dow Jones came down, hit the KCB level at 32,498, and almost instantly it rebounded by about 650 points, just like that. So this is the system, really incredible stuff. Wow, I see Hang Seng rolling up. Wow, Hang Seng, oh my God, look at it. Oh my God, look at Hang Seng. Oh my goodness, look at the way it recovers. Ooh, well, covering gap. Serious, okay? I think it goes the NASDAQ is going up, right? Okay, so that's probably one reason. Okay, anyway, let's continue. All right, so that is the, that is the Dow Jones. The NASDAQ, now let's take a look. The NASDAQ is basically sideways. Now, NASDAQ, I told you guys, has a very strong resistance at 61.8 level, and apparently it really got resisted. And of course, the MLP is there. Now, today MLP is slightly here, so that is about 12,835. So which means that the market today is holding at MLP level for NASDAQ. So as long as NASDAQ stays below MLP, the NASDAQ may see temporary reprieve. But if it goes below MLP, that will likely be below OP also at the same time, and there will be some selling already. Okay, now why am I that concerned? Because you look at it, the NASDAQ basically, right, closed slightly below the 38.2 Fibonacci figure. So if it goes back below MLP, it will go back down to the 23.6. Now, if that happens, I can tell you this, across the board, like all the tech share companies or even index like Hang Seng will also come down at the same time. So watch out for this here, okay? Watch out for this, right? So NASDAQ MA30 is somewhere here. MA30 is somewhere at 12,978. So it's now to see that the MA30 and the MA200 is converging into one another. So this is getting interesting. If let's say, if ever the MA30 goes below the MA200, that will be a very strong bear market indication. So traders need to be very careful on that. Okay, so watch out for this. Okay, so that is the NASDAQ. I'll do the chart now. Okay, wow, Hang Seng has covered entire gap. Oh my God, it's covered the entire gap. That's why I say Hang Seng gap theory is very powerful. If they want to go for the kill, they can really give you no chance at all. Okay, NASDAQ. Okay, so look at the NASDAQ for today's day chart. The NASDAQ opening price is between the two pivots. So as long as the NASDAQ stays above OP, then NASDAQ will basically go towards the period one. But the problem is the KSI is red in color, although it's a very huge jump down. So what happened is that, right, okay, the selling is not that strong as compared to the last few days, but still, the KSI is still red. So if the NASDAQ stays above OP, the upside is there. But if the NASDAQ stays below OP, there will be some selling, and watch out for the DSCB level at 12,654 level. Okay, I'm going to write it down for you. 12,654 level. Okay, so watch out for this. Okay, watch out for this support level. Okay, so I covered that. Also a bit of DAX now. DAX has basically went past my trend line, so I cannot show you anything else. But my MLP for today for DAX is about 14,666, a very interesting number. So as long as the DAX stays above the 14,666 level, DAX will be going higher. But if DAX is going to pull back down, the MA30 at the bottom is 14,300. It's still a bit distant away. So I think the market is still going to be upside, all right, for this market. Now, because there's a lot of stimulus package ongoing in Europe inside now, that's why the market is staying strong, okay? All right, so let's look at gold today. Now, gold on Friday, it was very sideways. It went a high of 1750s. Then it went down to 1720. It was a very big $30 range, trading range on Friday. And now the analysts or the news are saying that, right, they are looking at it to break resistance. Now, again, it's always now gold is going higher. The boys are looking at the gold to trade higher now. They tell you that it will go higher and stuff like that. Okay, so now let's look at what happened on the gold chart, shall we? Now on Friday, the gold chart opens here, and because there's no pivot, you trust the OP. So as long as the market above OP is a buy, below OP is a sell. But the problem is the KSI is green in color. Sorry, the KSI is green in color, so it'll be more towards the buy side. So when the gold stays above OP, the gold generally went up. All right, this is something that you must understand. How do you utilize this whenever there's no pivot point? So use the OP and the KSI to give you the guidance. Okay, so gold basically has hit the low of 1728, recovers to 1745 level near the high of the day. The earlier level was futures gold. So you can see that gold stays above OP. Once there, you can see there's a BNB right here. Once you see a BNB, and then after that it's a CCRY, the market goes above OP, gold generally goes up. Okay, and then after that it went sideways a little bit, pulls back below OP, but it couldn't go below OP. And again, this thing happened. Can you see that? Another BNB appear on our screen, and it followed by a CCRY. The entry bar is a CCRY, and again gold goes up. So you see, every time when the gold want to move certain way, right, the BNB will always be there. That's why I tell you this: if you want to trade in the market, watch out for BNB. Watch out for BNB, and you will be able to capture all the very good point. And that's why some of you guys got the idea now. Every time you see the BNB, you guys know what to do with the market. So trust the system. Really, trust the system, trust the rules, and enjoy yourself, okay? So let's look at the gold today right now, gold. Now for the gold chart itself, right, apparently today gold's MLP and gold's MA30 is in line with one another, and this is not a good sign. So today's MA30 is 1740, around there, and also MLP also at 1740. So which means that if gold stays below 1740, gold will have to come down, and indeed now it's already happening. Gold is coming down. So gold will be going for 1719 level, because 1719 happened to be the BNB SL level. So that means that gold now is at trading at 1734, right? So if gold later on do trade lower, gold can come down all the way to 719 level, okay? 719, okay? So that means we're talking about, wow, easily another $16 from here. That's a lot of money. So traders, you just have to know what to do for today's gold market, because if you follow the rules, it's very clear that there is a possibility for gold to travel down to 719. Now, usually gold movement will be coming in the late evening period during the European time. So traders in the late evening, watch out for gold. Now, for the longer tube chart, you can see that gold tried to recover for the last 2 weeks. It actually happened, but now gold is pulling off, and it's trading now slightly below the MLP of the last weekly chart, right? So it's also another not so good sign for gold. But the 1689 level for the 61.8 will be a very good level to watch out for. So traders, if you want to look for buying back on gold, you can look out for this 168.9 level. All right, that is the key level. But if you ask me, usually they will, if the market really sell down, they'll break the previous low. The previous low is 1676 level. So that means that if gold do come down, it may come down all the way to 1676 level or lower. Because it's very normal for traders to basically put a stop loss at the previous low, right? So that means that this 1767 level could be the level that the gold market could be aiming for, just to trigger the stops of the traders. All right, this is very normal thing that they will do. So traders, watch out for that. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the gold day chart today for the hour starting. Oh, okay, today gold has no pivot. I repeat, today gold has no pivot. So when gold has no pivot, so once again, what happened? The opening price will be the key point. So the KSI is green in color for the day chart. If the gold goes up, it can goes up to 1770 because that's the nearest KCB. All right, if gold comes down, then obviously it can go down to the TSCB level. which is I mentioned to you is 1717 level. Okay, so that is the this is the chart of gold where it can go on either side. Okay, all right, this is what the gold can go. So traders, you can watch out for gold trading at this level right here, right now. Okay, all right, that is gold for you. Okay, all right, I want to just show you guys the NASDAQ is trading higher now. All right, NASDAQ is approaching the pivot 1 level. Okay, and of course the Hang Seng is trading even higher. Hang Seng has basically recovered and broke through and recover above the last Friday's closing. You see that? That's why you see that is why all these technical level are actually boys level. That's why only boys have the power to do something like this. Okay, the Dow Jones also has started to recover back above OP level, and because why the KCB level 32,498 has been triggered, and then now the Dow is recovering. You see, all these technical levels are all made available for you. That's why you need to subscribe to our indicator to basically get the best of this. Okay. All right. So let's look at the Bitcoin. Yesterday, Sunday, but Bitcoin still performed well for us. Yesterday, Bitcoin, there were one trade at the start that lost money. Then after that, there were 3 separate trades because they didn't hit the stop loss order. 3 separate trades was involved. And of course, Bitcoin gave profits, and from 56,300, it went all the way to 57,900. So another good wave for Bitcoin traders. Now, as long as you follow the KCX indicator, you're going to make good money out of this, okay? So let us bring you guys now the Bitcoin chart, the day chart. Now, Bitcoin day chart today looks a little bit off because now you can see something is very incredible. The last few days, the KSI has been red. So despite you see all the big news coming in the market, right? But the KSI has been red. That's why you can see that the Bitcoin couldn't go up and there's long tail at the top. When you see long tail at the top, meaning there's sort of resistance in the market, there's some selling. So for Bitcoin today, if Bitcoin goes below P1, which is happening right now, Bitcoin will have to stay on above the 56,378 level, okay? Now, if Bitcoin doesn't stay up and goes down below this 56,378, Bitcoin can come down all the way to 54,307 level. Okay, that's something that a bit scary, but it is possible, right? So Bitcoin traders, do watch out for 56,378 will be the first level to watch out for. If the Bitcoin goes down to 56,378, the next level Bitcoin could be going is 54,307. Okay. So with the KSI is red, that's why the selling pressure is there. But of course, at the moment now, there's no blue bar. So the bearishness is not still full scale of it. So there is still some form of bullishness in the market. But still, traders, you need to understand this. You have to follow the chart and trade according to the rules, okay? You do not do different things, okay? All right, so that is the Bitcoin to watch out for. So traders, you just have to take note of this thing here. All right, so I covered Bitcoin, means I come to the end of the part 1 of the MAO. Part 1 is over. So part 2 is usually I share with you some alternate market views, and usually those views are a bit more to the bearish side of the market. So if you are not comfortable to hang on now, you can now leave and wait and of course enjoy your day. For those who want to listen to me for second part of this, right, you can actually hang on now. So I'm just going to run through some of the charts. You can see Hang Seng, Dow Jones, all recovering pretty strongly. Or NASDAQ is coming up also. Yeah, indeed. Why? Because the yields is coming off. Yeah, that's the reason why. Okay. All right, so 10 seconds. Hang Seng is pretty strong at the moment. I'm glad you guys bought back some position. Okay, all right, so let's just continue now. Okay. Now, Charlie Munger, yes, you know, this is the guy, Charlie Munger, is the very good business associate of Warren Buffett, all right? And Charlie Munger was recently being asked this question, okay, how do you see the stock market? And he says that, right, the stock market is definitely at a very high level. And he also said that, right, the market will definitely have a pullback. But the only thing is this, he doesn't know when, okay? I think he's very safe, like, as a lawyer by profession, right? So he knows that he cannot say certain thing. But definitely he's comparing this with 1999, the dot-com crisis. And they say that because nowadays we have too many ETFs that are index-linked counters. So as long as it's because of that, a lot of funds are going into the ETFs that S&P driven. So they're just buying on index and they're just pushing. There's no value compared. And he's giving warning on the SPAC. He said that SPAC basically itself is buying into shell company, and then they're going to buy into private company. And of course, he say this in a way itself. He says that apparently someone just basically dig on this and explain and says that, right, it's like a blank check company. A lot of IPO investors really doesn't know what company they are investing eventually. So this is very, very different from value investment. So that's why Charlie Munger says that, right, he buys on value and he don't see any value on this SPAC. And in fact, he feels that this SPAC is just the same thing as the dot-com crisis. And apparently the dot-com crisis didn't end well. So of course, he said that obviously now he's not comfortable with doing any form of big buying at the moment right now, which honestly, I totally agree with him right here. So I can certainly tell you that you guys have to do your own due diligence. If you're buying any SPAC counters, be careful. Right, Steve Henrich obviously dropped it in because apparently now this coming Wednesday, Ken Farrell speaker will be talking, Yellen will be talking, Powell will be talking, and so everybody will be talking, and that's why the market is expected to be a bit bullish. And of course, he dropped in further by telling you that, okay, the quarter 4 2020, the 10% now has a net value of net worth about 85.5 trillion. And that is so far away because back then in 2007, it was only 44.2 trillion. So it's trying to say that, right, there's so much money is going to the system and the rich people that are getting richer. And obviously the people at the bottom also have made some money, but compare 41 trillion to 900 billion, you know, right, there's a very huge difference between the mega rich and the reasonable. Okay, so imagine if that is so far away, then how about the lower end? Oh my God, in short, I mean, the income may not grow by 10%. So all this money that been pumping the system itself only really make all the Wall Street mega rich even richer. So that's why he's saying this is really ridiculous, madness, but hey, come on, man, what can they do? I believe it's nothing, okay? And of course, I repeat myself once again, we have this 27th of March and 3rd of April cryptocurrency workshop. Please join us. We have about nearly 25 people that signed up already. So which means that 75 more seats to go. By this week, I expect more people to join. So if you miss it, you're going to really miss a good deal here itself, okay? All right, remember, Winston and Zhang Yaotong will be also our guest speaker for the day. Winston will be covering on the 27th and the 3rd of April, and Yaotong will be around on the 27th of March, okay? So take note of those dates if you want to look for any of your idols to, to see them on the day. All right, so that will be all for today's MAO. Thank you guys so much once again. I hope you guys enjoyed today's MAO, and you guys saw me how I show you live on how to trade the Hang Seng and stuff like that. I really appreciate it, and may you make good money today. Remember, today Jerome Powell is speaking, and then Wednesday Yellen and him will be speaking. So the market going to be pretty volatile. All right, so traders, take note of that. With that, that will be all for today. Take care. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.